rainwater collection system, and this is what my husband did. It's just for the garden in the dry months. He told me one of the problems with the rainwater collection methods out there is that the tanks are small and the valves are often located in the middle of the tank. My husband thought that was silly, as you'd never get the water out of the bottoms. He found these containers called IBCs, or intermediate bulk containers, out at a local farm. They're food grade, which means that there are no bad chemicals in them that would leach into the water. Yeah, I know they're plastic and there's probably something in that, but we decided we weren't going to worry about that too much. He decided to cover them with black landscape fabric to stop the growth of algae as much as possible. They're located in a somewhat shady area and relatively closed up, so we're not overly concerned with mosquitoes. He cleaned them out as best as he could to remove anything that was inside, cover them with fabric, and then put them back in their respective crates. After covering the tanks, he built a platform for them behind the shed, which was going to be the collection point. He first covered the ground with plastic and landscape fabric, and then put up a wooden frame, which he filled with clear and modified stone, and then put a layer of screenings on top. He told me after it gets wet, it gets almost like concrete. I don't know about that, but it sure looks nice, and it's unlikely that weeds are going to come up through. After building the platform, he built risers for the tanks out of concrete blocks and set the tanks on top. He told me that rising them up provides for the water pressure. Putting up the gutter system was next, and he put gutters on both sides of the shed. He told me that he calculated the amount of potential gallons by the square footage for the total of the roof, and that one side would not do, and so that's why the gutters are on both sides. As you can see in these pictures, the gutters empty into pipes that eventually feed into one of the tanks. Since the tanks are connected in the front, both valves are open, the tanks will fill at the same time. If, in the event there's too much water that goes in, it will spill out of the top. However, these tanks collect 500 gallons, and I don't expect that that's going to happen anytime soon. The last part was putting the PVC pipes on the front, connecting them together. He put 2 spigots on, one to fill buckets and the other for a hose. The pressure is too low for a hose, so we're going to have to get a solar pump. Well, that's the plan for next season anyway. Okay, so here are the tanks. I don't know if you can see this real well, but I'm going to turn the water on to fill the watering bucket. And you can see that this is just gravity fed. And it takes about a minute or so to fill a 2-gallon water bucket.